What's up, everybody? It's Crunner the Crim Investments and Wellness back at you again with another video. Go ahead, delete this. All right, and today I'm going to take you through a weekly forecast of EU, AU, GU, NU, and also the SP 500 or the stock market. Stock market. All right, so we will start with EU. I'm gonna make this real quick. I already have it pretty much outlined. Just started to kind of turn the camera on late. Just kind of share this with y'all. Just to give y'all my pretty much outlook for where I think these markets will be going. All right, so for EU, we are in the premium. We're in the premium, so I won't be looking to sell or buy until it comes to this supply zone up here or this demand zone right here. I don't know which one it'll attack first, but that's the one I'll be looking to play. If it comes here, we'll look for our comps to take it up, and if it comes up more to here, it will look for our sales down. Comps for our sales down. So, yeah, that's pretty much my bias for EU as of right now. Also, we also do have this order block down here that we can play off of, because if it does tank right through, we can play off this area, and then I can get our comps up, and then see what the market has in store for us next. But as of right now, I would like for us maybe to continue bearish at the beginning of the week and then get some kind of bullish pressure towards the end of the week, continuing bullish, because we do have this breaker structure right here. It's breaker structure right here, and as you can see, the market has now started to make an uptrend, looking to pull back, continue into this order block up in here. Then maybe we can get the sales, that's ugly trend down, but we can get the sales down, continuing on this bearish path. But yeah, that's my overall bias for EU, and we'll move to AU. All right, so from this weekly or daily swing high to low, we can see we tapped off that 50%, and then we went to the premium a little bit, and then a continuing bearish. I'm still bearish because we did break structure on right here. As you can see, this classifies as a breaker structure right at these lows. For me, so because the bodies did close right below those wicks, so I'll be looking to continue it bearish, but you never know what we might get. We might still come into the premium a little bit as well. Overall, I'm bearish, but I don't know if it'll go bearish right now, put it that way, because we do have this order block right here that it did not tap into, so we could see a retracement up. We could see something along the lines of more bearish pressure down, and then continue up to this order block, and then start retracing. Or we could just tank through, break structure, and keep going. But it's only one way to tell, and that's with time. You only can work with these markets. Don't necessarily try to predict them. Just gotta work with the information that you got. So right now we are trading right between this supply zone and this demand zone. So we'll see which one it attacks first. Come New York Open, I'm not interested in anything until New York Open. So we could come here first, get our comps, take it down, or we could come here first, get our comps to take it up. So only time will tell, but we'll see. Got my alert set at each supply and demand zone. Alrighty, and now GU has just entered into this daily order block up in here. We got a nice pin bar rejection coming down, and it's also in the premium from this swing high to this swing low on the weekly scale. So we are all good to sell on GU. So and then from this intraday 4-hour trend, we just tweaked off the 50, but we are in the premium. So I'll be like, I don't know which one it'll attack first. I'd like to get a push up, maybe London Open up here, then New York, get some shorts down, into this supply zone, get our confirmations to then take the sales down to this order block here. Um, we also do have this order block down here. It might just come in here first and come up and then go down, but I'm more likely to incline to sell this thing. Um, but I will buy it if it does come into this order block first, because we're in the discount, and then we've been trending this whole time. If we just look at this, all of this 4 hours just trend, play the trend until it proves you wrong. And we did have it seen structure break right here, and this is why I'm more inclined to sell, because we had a structure break, and then looking gotta look left to get right. Remember that, always gotta look left to get right. So we have this big daily order block, and then we on a bigger time frame we're in a nice downtrend. So even though we do have this 4-hour trend that's ranging, in which I'm still taking into consideration, it broke this demand zone right up in here. Once it broke that now it makes sales valid. But still, we are still in the trend. So we'll see if we can get play off of here, come here, and then to take it down. So we'll see. We can just have my alert set at both the supply and demand zones. Also have demand zones down there that it might tank through, because could just blast through here, come here, and then But only time will tell. Only time will tell. But overall, I am definitely sell bias on GU for the long term. Definitely sell bias on GU. And then we got NZD USD. Start out. So from weekly, we have the swing low to swing high. We are in the discounted price, so we'd be good to buy anywhere down here. And we did just break structure right here. All right, and now I'm looking for buys, because if we look left to get right, we will see we're in a nice little demand zone, nice weekly demand zone, nice strong weekly demand zone, and then we have that daily break of structure right there, and then we have nice little Wyckoff accumulation down there with the sweep of liquidity right here. And then we get this massive push up, breaking these highs, breaking the structure right here, coming down into this order block right up in here, coming up, breaking structure again, and then I'll look to play down. But we do have these equal lows down here. It's not nice V-shaped rejection. So when it leaves lows like this, we do have another demand zone down there that it might sweep this low and then continue up for buys until we get above this 50%. Then we'll start looking for sales, because now we're in the premium, and we don't want to be buying in the premium. Who wants to buy at a price that who wants to buy a house at 50% over what it actually costs? No, you want to get it at a discount. Same thing with trading, with anything. Who wants to pay more for what it's worth? You never want to pay more for what it's worth. So you never want to be buying in the premium. That's the issue with a lot of traders. You buying it and selling at the wrong places on the bigger time frame. But that's neither here nor there. So so now we're below this 50 on this intraday scale. So I'll be looking to buy off this demand zone and this demand zone. Not really looking to sell too much unless if it does come up here. We have this that we can look at right here to play off of, to maybe come down. But I'm more buy bias for NZD USD and get buys up, maybe. But we'll see. We just set our alerts. I'll go ahead and actually set an alert here. Change the color this, because pink is not for a 4-hour order block. Gotta stay nice and organized on your charts. Organized for you. We all have our ways of organization, and color coordinating on different order blocks helps me stay organized. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. All right, now we're done with Forex, so let's move on to the indices. All right, so, or US 500 rather said, this the stock market in general. So, as we can see, people may be talking about selling this thing off or whatever with all the fundamentals and everything. You never know, but as far as the technicals, I mean, a blind man could tell you to not sell this thing. Look at this. I mean, never sell it. Even, I mean, this was COVID right here, and by August, it had already made its all-time high. You know, by May, it was already had already recovered 50% of that. So quick drop, quick spike up. So yeah, I would no, I never looked about it. That's what I had problems doing earlier in my trading career. I used to try to sell this thing intraday, but no, it makes no sense to sell this. But so we on the daily, as we can see, we're moving nicely with structure, making higher highs, higher lows, and now we have rejected off here, looking to maybe we have an order block up in here, and it could just range right up in here, in between here, and maybe come down here into this order block and then go something like that, or it could come in here and make this high, this intermediate intraday high, bounce off here, and come here and keep going. So we'll see what we can get, but for now we'll drop down to a 4 hour. Actually, we'll drop down to an hour. So we have this order block down here, and we have this 4 hour order block. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, okay, this is a daily order block actually. Okay. Great. All right, so there's daily order block up here. So with that daily order block, I'm more, and do we have a lot more imbalance down here, all up in here. That's not actually all up in here. So we could definitely see some more selling off for going into the end of this month, or we could buy up. But I'll be more inclined to buy up because looking at this thing, we broke structure right here. So intraday, see a nice rejection right off this order block right up in here. You can drop down a little lower to really see this thing. Broke structure right here as well. So just following just institutional order flow. Yeah, this pullback came up, broke structure, came up again, had an order block down there, stuttered a little bit, came into this order block up here, and now look, now if we get a break of structure right here, and this demand doesn't hold, or supply rather said doesn't hold, we get a break. I'm definitely looking for buys, get some kind of buy up in here to take it into this order block up in here, and then we're definitely gonna get some kind of reaction because this is a daily order block. We might get some stutterations, might come all the way down. You never know. Into that imbalance that I was talking about earlier up in here, or we could keep following market structure and keep going higher, keep buying up, and then just keep continuing this trend as it keeps making high highs and high lows. But still buys overall. But we'll see what we can get between those two order blocks up in there. All right, and that is my weekly analysis for Forex and in the indices. And I hope y'all have a great day and have a good weekend. Can't talk. And Cornelia Crim's out.